the old way of thinking was you had to stretch your budget to its absolute breaking point to get a huge house in a great district. But this new hack, it's way smarter. It's all about focusing on getting the right address at the right price so you're guaranteed a spot in those great schools.
What if I told you that you could give your kids $1 million education, but for the price of a small condo? Well, today we're going to break down a real estate hack that does exactly that. And honestly, it might just change the way you think about finding your dream home.
I mean, this is the question, right? It keeps so many parents up at night. You see those giant $1 million homes zoned for the best schools, and it just feels impossible. But what if it's not? What if there's another way in that doesn't involve winning the lottery? All right, let's get into it. Section 1. Location's new meaning. To really get this strategy, we have to start by completely rethinking one of the oldest rules in real estate.
Yeah, you know the one. It's been drilled into our heads forever by every single real estate agent and home buying show out there.
But here's the thing. For families today, that old mantra has taken on a whole new, super specific meaning. It's not just about a nice view or a short commute anymore. That's right. For millions of us, location has become a code word for one thing and one thing only: schools. It's the key that unlocks an amazing public education without that crazy private school price tag.
Okay, so how do you pull this off? That brings us to Section 2, the school district hack. This is where we get into the simple but really powerful strategy that gets you access to those top-tier schools.
You know, the old way of thinking was you had to stretch your budget to its absolute breaking point to get a huge house in a great district. But this new hack, it's way smarter. It's all about focusing on getting the right address at the right price so you're guaranteed a spot in those great schools.
And this is the secret sauce right here. The big idea. Instead of getting obsessed with finding that perfect single-family home, you just focus on getting any property, a condo, a townhouse, whatever, that has an address zoned for the schools you want. It's a total mindset shift, away from the house itself and towards the opportunity the address gives you.
So enough with the theory, let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. For Section 3, we've got a case study in Bellevue, Washington. And this isn't some hypothetical. We're looking at a real property that's on the market right now.
Okay, so here are the details. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath condo, just over 1,000 square feet with some nice updates like the kitchen. It's a perfectly solid place to live. But look at that price. Under $500,000 in a crazy hot market like Bellevue. So what's really going on here?
And this is where it all comes together. Section 4, the true value. See, the magic of this property isn't the fireplace or the new counters. It's what's tied to its mailing address.
Okay, you ready for this? This is why this condo is an absolute game changer. The elementary school it's zoned for is rated a 9 out of 10 on great schools. Then you move on to the middle school, and that's a strong 8 out of 10.
And then the big one. The high school is a perfect 10 out of 10. Think about that. That is a complete K-12 pathway of elite public education, the kind people pay $1 million extra for, all unlocked by this one single address.
And hey, it's not just about the schools, which is amazing enough. This is a seriously smart financial move too. This exact same condo sold for just $165,000 back in 2012. Its value has almost tripled. That just goes to show you that properties in these high-demand school districts can be fantastic investments.
So that brings us to Section 5, making the numbers work. Because I know what you're probably thinking. This all sounds great, but there's no way a normal family can actually afford this. Well, let's break it down.
Check this out. Using a totally standard conventional loan, you might be able to get into this home with as little as 3% down. Do the math. That's just over $14,000. That single number puts this whole opportunity into a completely different league. It makes it genuinely attainable for so many people who thought they were totally priced out.
Which leads us to our final section, a smarter way home. The big idea here, the main takeaway, is that it's time to get strategic and maybe, just maybe, redefine what a dream home really means to you.
At the end of the day, this is the whole mindset shift. The goal isn't just about buying property, it's about buying opportunity. This strategy is all about making a smart, targeted investment in your family's future and getting that $1 million access for a tiny fraction of the cost.
And that's really the question we want to leave you with. By just shifting your focus a little bit, away from the house itself and onto the address and the access it provides, you might just find that your family's biggest goals are way closer than you ever thought possible.
This explainer was made possible with support from our sponsor, Arrivva.com.
If this whole idea has you thinking, or if you just want to explore what your options might be, the best place to start is just by having a conversation. You can do that over at Arrivva.com/talk.
Just so you know, Arrivva is a fixed-fee brokerage that helps with both real estate and mortgage services, really helping you navigate that whole path home. Thanks so much for tuning in.